Greetings everyone, my name is Rex. I will be teaching Vinyasa yoga today. We'll be starting here in about 5 minutes. So what I suggest you do is I suggest that you get 2 yoga blocks. You also get a yoga blanket if you have one, and then also yoga belts are very useful right now. I'm just going to adjust the camera a little bit more, just to make sure that you can see me when I'm on the floor. So remember, if you can, make sure you have a yoga block, 1 or 2. 2 is ideal. If you are looking to get a little bit of a yoga studio at home going, then I do suggest getting firm blocks, so either cork or hard foam. These are hard foam. I believe they're from probably Gaiam, G-A-I-A-M. I don't work for Gaiam, so I'm not plugging them, just telling you what the manufacturer is. And then yoga belt is also really useful. They come in both 6 and 8 feet. You can buy these on Amazon for about $10 or so. And then you can also get yoga blankets online as well. 1 or 2, I prefer to have 2 myself, especially when I'm doing shoulder stand. It helps to take pressure off your neck, and it makes shoulder stand just a much more pleasant experience, especially if you're wanting to hold it for several minutes, 3 or 4 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. So again, make sure you get your yoga blocks, get your yoga strap, your blanket or 2 available. And then I'm not going to have any music playing right now while I'm teaching. But if you want to have some ambient music playing while I'm teaching you, then that's a good way to kind of help keep you focused while you're practicing. It's also perfectly alright for you to not have music. And we'll start here in just a few minutes. One of the other things that I wanted to just kind of remind you about is that when we're practicing, to really focus on breathing deeply and fully. So a lot of the time when we're breathing, we're really only focusing on what we feel happening in our chest. So we'll feel the chest moving, maybe we'll feel a little bit of movement in the throat, but we don't focus on larger areas of the body, such as the sides of the ribs or even the back of the body. So when you're breathing deeply and fully, there are a couple ways to approach this. One is to focus on expanding your awareness of your breath so that it encompasses the front, the sides, and the back. And then also with that is that you slow your breathing down so that you're taking longer to breathe in and taking longer to breathe out. This will ensure that your breathing is much fuller. It'll also ensure that you're not rushing or holding your breath, or that your breath is kind of ragged. And how you breathe is very much affects how you think and how you feel. So if you're breathing in a very erratic or very shallow manner, then you're going to tend to feel certain feelings. You're going to feel more perhaps anxious or more disoriented. Whereas if you focus on slowing your breathing down without straining, without creating more tension, so that's keeping your face soft, keeping your body soft as you're breathing deeper, then you will tend to promote greater feelings of relaxation, of peace, of calmness. So just keep that in mind as we practice today. That you want to breathe more fully, more deeply. Think of not only breathing in the front of your body, but also in the sides and the back. And then also focus on slowing your breath down so that you're taking longer to breathe in and longer to breathe out. Just a few more minutes, so actually just a minute now. So, welcome everyone. Just again, my name is Rex. I'm going to be teaching you a Vinyasa yoga class today. So, Vinyasa yoga means that we are going to be coordinating our movement with our breath so that it's a smooth, continuous flow. So, the most important thing as we're practicing today is focus on breathing deeply, fully, not holding your breath at any point, and focusing on as much as possible as you're breathing on relaxing your face. Because relaxing your face will have a much deeper effect on calming down, on becoming much quieter, much more relaxed as you're practicing. So let's go ahead and start at the front of the mat. We'll start with the feet hip width apart. I like to place the blocks on either side of the front of the mat so that when I need them for standing postures, I can more easily access them. Feet are parallel, hands in front of the heart. Take a moment to feel the four corners of each foot pressing down into the floor. Keep the knees slightly bent so that you're not locking your legs. And then imagine that your rib cage is just very lightly floating up away from your hips. Imagine the top of your head floating up as well. And each inhaling, you're expanding your body. Each exhale, you're letting go of tension. Again, inhaling, expanding the body. Exhaling, letting go of tension. When you're ready, inhaling, sweep the arms up. Keep the palms parallel, the belly firm. And then you're going to exhale, lean back slightly, head back. Inhale, come up, firm belly. Exhale, bend your knees and squat down. Hands forward of your feet. Inhale, lift your hips, straighten your legs. Exhale, step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward, right toes tuck under. Exhale, the hands to the hips. Inhale, arms up, palms parallel. Exhale, hands to floor. Inhale, left leg goes back, lift your heels up high. And then exhale, slowly lower your heels. Inhale, right foot forward, left toes tuck under. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Inhale, right leg back, lift your heels up high. And then as you exhale, slowly lower your heels, but keep lifting your hips. Spread your fingers and spread your toes. Again, breathe deeply. Relax your face. The end of the exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Inhale, step the feet forward. Lift the head. Exhale, bend the knees and squat down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands to heart, lean back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands beside the thighs. Remember to keep the belly firm, especially when you're leaning back. Inhale, sweep the arms up, palms parallel. Exhale, lean back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, bend the knees, hands forward to the feet. Inhale, lift your hips, straighten your legs. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward, right toes tuck under. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Inhale, Left leg back, lift your heels up high. Exhale, slowly lower your heels. Inhale, right foot forward, left toes tuck under. Exhale, hands to the hips. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Inhale, right leg back, lift your heels up high. Exhale, slowly lower your heels, but keep lifting your hips. Spread the fingers open, spread the toes open. End of the exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Inhale, step the feet forward. Lift the head. Exhale, bend the knees and squat down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands to heart, lean back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands beside the thighs. Sun salutation A. So inhale, sweep the arms up, look up at your thumb. Exhale, fold forward, hands to fold. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands forward of your feet, step or hop back, lower down with control. You can always take your knees to the mat. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Spread the fingers wide, spread the toes wide. And remember, it's more important to keep lifting your hips. You're wanting to try to lengthen your lower back as much as possible. Each inhale, expanding your body, filling your body up with air, energy. In each exhale, letting go of unnecessary tension. End of the exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Inhale, step or jump forward. Lift the head. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up, look up. Exhale, the hands beside the thighs. One more like that. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, step or jump back, lower down with control. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Split the toes open. Split the fingers open. Relax the face. End of the exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Inhale, step or jump forward, lift the head. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands beside the thighs. Inhale, bend the knees, sink the hips, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, step or jump back, lower down with control. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. So be left foot forward first. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to mat. Lower down with control. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right foot forward, left foot flat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to mat. Inhale, up dog. Exhale to down dog. As you're holding postures, you can always make small movements to kind of refine your alignment. Be sensitive to how you're bearing weight from left to right, front to back. End of the exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Inhale, step or jump, lift the head. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, sink the hips, arms up. Exhale, hands beside the thighs. So I'm going to have you place the blocks on the right side of the mat today. So we're going to be stepping out to the left. So this is kind of to go against the normal pattern of always stepping out to the right or always doing right side first. So inhale the hands together in front of the heart. Step out to your left, arms wide apart. Turn the left foot out 90 degrees, turn the right foot in slightly. Inhale, stretch the left hand up towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, tip your left hip towards your right heel. Keep reaching until you can reach no farther. And then place the left hand down on a shin, ankle, or block. You can stretch the right hand up towards the ceiling or triangle pose. Spread the toes open, lift up on the knees. Think about moving the top of the head away from the tailbone. Exhale the right hand to the hip, bend your left knee. Keep the left hand on the block. As you inhale, stretch the right hand up towards the ceiling or sweep the arm overhead. Keep bending your left knee. See if you can really get that left shin directly over top of the left ankle. Pushing the left knee out in the left arm. Head can be neutral. You can be looking underneath your right armpit if you like. Half moon. Right hand to the hip. Step your right foot close to your left foot. Place your block 1 foot or more in front of your left foot. Pick your right leg up. So really push down to the instep of your left foot. Spread the toes open. And exhale, bend your left knee. Step back to side plank, or side angle rather, for a moment. Inhale, come up. Turn the feet parallel, and then we'll do the other side. So inhale, the right hand up towards the ceiling. And you're going to exhale, tip at the right hip. Keep reaching as far as you can. Until you can reach no farther, at which point you place the hand on the shin, the ankle, or a block. Now again, you can look towards your left thumb. That's the most difficult position. Otherwise, look at your right foot. It's a little bit easier on the neck. Or simply look to the wall that you're facing. Top of the head and the tailbone move away from one another. Activating your feet, spreading the toes. Exhale, bend the right knee, side angle. Again, optional to stretch the left arm overhead, making one diagonal line all the way from left foot to left hand. Half moon. Step your left foot in, take your block 1 foot in front of your right foot, pick your left leg up, keep Keep your eyes focused on one point on the floor. That'll help you remain balanced. Gradually work on bringing the right hip more into the space between your feet. Try to bring your left hip over top of your right hip. Slowly bend your right knee. Come back down to side angle. Inhale, come up. And then let's exhale, step the feet to the front of the mat. So inhale, hands to the heart, step out to your left once again, arms stretch out. We'll turn the left foot out 90 degrees. You're going to turn your right foot in 45 degrees or so. So you want a sharp angle here. So that way your hips can face the back of your mat. So inhale, stretch your right hand up towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, reach as far as you can. Place the hand down on the shin, the ankle, or the block. The block is very useful here to help make it easier to keep your hips level. Push into your right hand to turn your chest towards the left. And then you can inhale, stretch your left hand up towards the ceiling. Look down first, exhale. Inhale, come up. Stretch the arms out. And then turn the hips around. So again, left foot angles in sharply, right foot angles out, so 90 degrees. Inhale the left hand up towards the ceiling, and then you exhale, reach as far as you can. Place the hand down on the block. Push down through your left hand to turn towards your right. And then stretch your right hand up towards the ceiling. Really push down to the outside edge of your left foot. Push down through your left hand as you reach up more through your right hand. And remember to soften the face, relax the jaw. Inhale, come up. Exhale the feet to the front of the mat. Mountain pose. Inhale, hands to the heart. Step out to your left once again. Hands are going to be on the hips. Look at your feet. Make sure they're parallel or slightly pigeon-toed in. As you inhale, lift the chest, pushing down to your hands. And then as you exhale, tip from your hips. Place the hands down on the floor, fingertips line up with your toes. Inhaling, lengthen the spine, straighten the front of the body. And then exhale, fold forward. Work the top of the head towards the mat. If your head and hands touch the floor here and you're confident in going up into a headstand, you can do that. Otherwise, just continue to keep your feet on the floor and focus on pressing through all the four corners of each foot. Inhale, lift the head, straighten the spine. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, come up. And exhale. Inhale, stretch the arms out. Exhale, clasp the hands behind the back. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold forward. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale, come up. Exhale the hands to the waist. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Grab hold of the ankles or the big toes. You may have to move your feet in. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, fold forward, elbows out to the side. Pull your elbows up. Relax the back of the neck. Inhaling, lengthen the spine, straighten the front of the body. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, come up. And then exhale, bend your knees and step the feet to the front of the mat. Alright, so for tree pose, we're going to use a block today. So you're going to place the block on your mat. And depending on how long your foot is, you're going to have to either angle it straight or you angle it in more diagonally. So we'll do left side first, which means that we have to do the right foot on the block. So you're going to stand on the block, left knee comes up, and then if you feel steady, try bringing the left foot high up into the thigh. I realize I'm cutting the top of my head off a little bit here. You keep the hands on the hips, bring the hands together in front of the heart, or try stretching your arms overhead. Keep the face soft, your eyes focused on one point. Exhale, bring the hands down, and then take your left foot to the floor. And we'll switch sides now. So now it's going to be the left foot on top of the block. And again, you stand on top of it, lift the right knee up. Or you can bring your right foot high up into your inner thigh. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. If you like, you can stretch your arms overhead, otherwise keep them in front of the heart or on the hips. Press the foot and the thigh into one another very lightly. Bring the hands down, and then take your right foot to the floor. And we're just going to move the block off to the side. And let's come to the front of the mat. As you inhale, sweep the arms up. You can look up with your thumbs if you like. Exhale, fold forward, hands to floor. Inhaling, lift the head. Exhaling, step or jump back, lower down with control. Again, you can always take your knees to the mat. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. I'm demonstrating cobra now. And then exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Now from here, inhale, come forward in the plank. And then exhale, lower down as slowly as you can until you rest on your belly. So we'll do some locusts. So hands beside the hips. As you inhale, lift the chest up, but keep the tops of the feet pressing down. So I really can't talk while I'm doing this, but lift your chest, shoulders wide. Feel your back muscles working. Stretch your arms out. If you want, stretch your arms forward. Lower down. Push back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward into plank. Exhale, lower down. Hands remain beside the chest. Cobra, so you pull the elbows in. Inhale, push the hands into the floor. Lift your head up. You do want to see if you can keep the hips on the floor. So if you can't, then lower back down. Readjust your shoulders and your hips, and then inhale, press up again. And then lower down, push back, downward facing dog. From here, inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, lower down. Let's prop ourselves up on our elbows. So, propping ourselves up on our elbows, we lift the chest up. We're going to take the right hand towards the left elbow, and then you bend your left knee and bring your left heel to your buttock. Now, if you can touch your heel to your buttock, so you feel the heel touching the buttock, then what you do is you take your fingers, instead of pointing them back, flip the hand over like you're doing chaturanga, and then use that to help push the foot down farther. So this is half frog pose. You should feel some pretty exquisite sensations in the front of your left thigh. And then let's release that and switch sides. So you prop yourself on your left hand forearm, bend your right knee, reach back, grab your right foot, pull the heel towards the buttock. And then if you want, you begin to push, you flip your hand over to push the foot down, if your heel is touching your buttock. And then release that. Lower down, hands beside the chest, push back to downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, lower down. Then bow. Reach back, grab your ankles, big toes touch. If you can't grab your ankles, then keep your arms out like this, so like a skydiving. Otherwise, inhale, lift your knees up. Push your feet away from your hips. Breathe deeply. Try to keep your big toes touching. And lower down. Hands beside the chest. And this time, inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. And come to a kneeling position. So take your belt, fold your belt up in half, and then fold it up a second time. Take the belt in your left hand, take the forearm behind your head. So this left arm is completely vertical. You don't want it behind your head. It's just the forearm, not the elbow. Then the right hand goes up between the shoulder blades. Roll the right shoulder back. Keep the chest lifted. Breathe deeply. Lifting the chest, lifting the chin slightly. Then release that, and let's switch sides. So place the belt in the right hand. Take the right forearm behind the head. The right elbow, though, stays outside, so it's not behind your head. Left hand walks up between the shoulder blades. And remember, what we did on the other side, we didn't want to let the shoulder come forward like this. Rather, you want to roll the left shoulder back. So imagine your collarbone just widening all the way out to the wall. Chest lifts, back of the neck lengthens. Soft face as you're breathing. then we'll release that. All right, let's come into downward dog. From downward dog, come back down into the hands and knees. Now, for dolphin pose, which is next, we're going to use a block. So the block is useful for keeping your hands and your forearms parallel. So what we do here is we place the block between the thumb and the forefinger. The palms will be flat on the floor, forearms will be flat on the floor. But we place it like such that we can keep the hands parallel, the forearms parallel, and the elbows parallel. Okay, so very important to do it this way. So take your block to the floor, grasp the block with your index and your thumbs, tuck your toes under, lift your hips. Dolphin pose. Now a good test for strength in this posture is to try to hold it for a minute. And then once a minute feels good, try 2 minutes. And then if possible, see if you can get to 5 minutes. If you can hold this posture for 5 minutes without coming down, then that's a good indication that you are strong enough in your shoulders, your shoulder girdle, your arm muscles to hold headstand without putting unnecessary pressure on your neck. So we'll just hold it for a couple of more breaths. Low plank, you're going to take your forearms to the mat, this time clasping the hands very lightly together. Tuck your toes, keep your hips in line with your shoulders and heels, and holding here, breathing deeply. Relax your face. Keep your breathing steady and smooth. Especially can be a very physically challenging posture, so don't start breathing heavy or hard. And then let's turn onto the right forearm. Lift your left hand up towards the ceiling. Feel your entire right side of your waist engaging. And then we're going to turn onto the left side. Turn onto your left forearm, right hand up towards the ceiling. Again, try to keep your breathing steady and smooth. Okay. So I hope that we've been connected this entire time. Technology. And inhale, come up. And then let's lie down on the back. And I'm going to demonstrate strap to foot posture. If you feel like doing shoulder stand instead of strap to foot or headstand, you can do that. But I'm going to demonstrate strap to foot. So you're going to lie down. Let's take our belt, strap the ball to the left foot. Straighten your left leg completely. Straighten your right leg along the floor. So what I like to do here is I place my right hand on top of my left thigh, and I just give it a little bit of pressure to encourage space to open up in the front of the left body. If you're doing shoulder stand, make sure that you've got blankets underneath your shoulders, or that if you are doing without blankets, you keep your head absolutely still. You're going to hold shoulder stand for 10 breaths. If you're doing this strap to foot posture with me, then you're going to hold it for 5 breaths right now. Once you get to that 5th breath, and take your left leg out to the side, and try to keep your right hip down on the floor. Again, think about that if you could go a little bit farther in the position, that you actually want to just hold back just a little bit so that you're not overstretching, you're not going beyond where your edge is today. Inhale, bring your left leg back up to center. If you're doing shoulder stand, maybe at this point you want to move into plow. Take your left leg now across the body for those of you doing strap to foot posture. Inhale, back up to center. And then let's switch sides. So we're going to strap the ball of the right foot, straighten the right leg up towards the ceiling. Again, use your left hand to just push your right thigh a little bit away from the belly. If you have tight hamstrings, then this is a good one to do every day, or nearly every day. And remember that you're breathing smoothly, freely, without holding your breath, without tensing your face. If you're in shoulder stand or plow at this point, maybe you start rolling down to get ready for fish. Take your right leg out to the side if you're doing strap foot. Again, really try to keep your left hip down. So that may indicate that you actually have to not let your right leg go too far off the side. Inhale the right leg back up to center. Then shift your hips to the right. Take your right leg across the body. Keep your right shoulder down. Inhale back up to center. And then we'll release that. Let's turn to the side and come up to a seated position. So if you prefer to sit cross-legged or full lotus or half lotus, just pick a position that feels most comfortable. We're going to take the next couple of moments here to breathe deeply. The hands can rest, palms facing up. Close your eyes if you like, otherwise keep them open but slightly downcast. And as you breathe freely and smoothly here, you're going to focus on inhaling, breathing into the front, sides, and back of the body, and exhaling, letting go of tension as you slowly breathe out. And smooth inhale, smooth exhale. So inhaling, feeling the front, sides, and back of the body expanding. Exhale slowly. Inhaling, feeling the front of the body, sides, back of the body expanding. Exhaling, letting go of tension. Continue to breathe deeply, slowly. Taking a special care to soften the face, especially as you exhale. We oftentimes clench the jaw or the facial muscles as we're breathing deeper. Take your time. Keeping your eyes heavy, closed, begin to roll down onto your back. If your lower back bothers you when you lie with your legs out straight, keep your knees bent, feet flat, knees caving in towards one another. Feet can be a little bit wider than your hips. Otherwise, you can stretch your legs out along the floor. Close your eyes. Let your breathing become softer. Now you let go of that effort to breathe deeper. Relax the facial muscles. Feel your body sinking down. Let any thoughts, feelings, or sensations simply arise, project themselves onto the screen of your attention, and then to pass away. You can continue to stay in Shavasana. Otherwise, you can begin to reach into your fingers and toes. Wake your body up. And bend your knees and turn to rest on one side. Press yourself up to a seated position. Namaste. Thank you very much. Have a good evening.